All right, so my apologies if you can hear Porter chewing on his toy. Um, I am going to play some Orzhov slash Mardu Pox in Modern, so I'm going to bring that deck list up real quick. I played this on my own time today. I didn't record it. I should have. I went 4-1, and it was a ton of fun. I really like this deck and the playstyle it provides. So if you like staxing your opponent a bit in Modern with Smallpox, I highly recommend you do this deck. Um, the only real change I made is I think I swapped out the Lithoform Blight with Cleansing Wildfires, and I added a Dismember over a third Fatal Push. And other than that, we're basically playing the exact same deck that I played on stream or on YouTube the other day. All right, round one. Here we go. I would love to play first. I don't think I can keep that as a one-lander. It's not much better. This deck runs 25 lands. Come on. Alright, I'm going to keep... We don't need the Blood Crypt. And I think I got to put back the Kaya's Guile for now. So we're going to start Swamp and Inquisition our opponent. So our opponent is Jund, it would appear. So I'm going to take Hex Drinker, pass the turn. Okay, opponent Inquisitions the Dismember out of our hands. We draw a Blood Chief's Thirst, so play Castle Lochthwain and pass. Got a feeling with as hard as we mulliganed, we're going to have a bad time. Okay, opponent plays a Tarmogoyf. Draw a Swamp, so play an Urborg. Kill Tarmogoyf, pass the turn. So we'd like to draw like Liliana of the Veil, I think. Would be good. We do need white mana. Yeah, opponent plays another Tarmogoyf. We draw Lingering Souls. Not really going to do much now. So past the turn, we're going to have to rely on activating Castle Lochthwain this turn to try and dig ourselves out of this mulligan. Okay. Opponent attacks for 4. We go to 16. They probably just play Scavenging Ooze, I imagine. Okay, they play a land. It looks like they might just be straight black-green rock here, actually. Alright. Activate Castle. We lose 2 life. Untap. We draw Stoneforge Mystic. So let's go ahead and Inquisition. Take Abrupt Decay. Opponent's last card in hand is a Verdant Catacombs. Pass the turn. We cannot activate Castle this turn. We basically have to draw like running removal. So like we need to draw Fatal Push, or we need to draw Blood Chief's Thirst into like Liliana to downtick, because we don't have white mana. We're taking so much damage this turn, it's not funny. Opponent fetches up a Forest with the Verdant Catacombs on board. They're still holding 1 in hand. Okay, opponent eats a creature. Attacks us for 7. We go to 7. We untap, we draw Godless Shrine. So, shock Godless Shrine. Play Lingering Souls. Play... what am I doing? Lingering Souls. Oh, whoops. Just realized I'm on the wrong view to be streaming. Pass the turn, and the only thing that like really wrecks us and loses us the game immediately would be a Maelstrom Pulse. Opponent pushes a token. Pushes a token, okay. Well, that does kind of hurt. Opponent plays a Bauble. Cracks it, targeting us, so they're looking at the top card of our deck. It goes to combat and attacks. Chump and chump. They play Verdant Catacombs. They have no cards in hand. They draw an extra card. We draw another Lingering Souls. So cast Lingering Souls. Flashback Lingering Souls, because we need blockers pretty desperately. If we can resolve this Stoneforge Mystic, we can get Sword of Feast and Famine. And then we might actually have enough power to win the game with. Okay, opponent plays a Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarters us off Castle. I'm going to take Snow-Covered Plains. Opponent goes to combat, attacks. Chump and chump. Opponent thought seizes away Stoneforge, okay. We untap. We draw Lily. Lily is not bad here. So play Lily. Down tick, make our opponent sack. Hey. You're not chewing on the inside of that blanket, are you? Better not be. Okay, opponent eats Stoneforge Mystic out of our grave. They sack Scavenging Ooze, okay? No attacks. We have to keep both black, just in case our opponent does draw removal. What's up, Six Sigma? Opponent attacks for 5, we chump. They play Dark Confidant. We draw a useless Inquisition. So, uptick. Discard the Inquisition, pass the turn. Really wish we still had that castle. I'm not sure what gets us out of this now, especially with our opponent drawing extra cards. Okay, well, their first extra card was just a land. So they play Blooming Marsh. They go to combat, they attack us for 5 and Lily for 2. Well, we have to chump the Tarmogoyf, unfortunately. Kaya's Guile. Ooh, we're 1 mana off of Entwining. We can make a Spirit and exile all cards from our opponent's grave. Oh dear. Okay. If we could entwine, we would absolutely destroy our opponent here. Okay, opponent reveals Luris of the Dream Den. Opponent's going to go to combat. Attack. So we either exile and make a spirit, or we exile and gain life. And I think we exile and make a spirit. This lets us kill Bob. I mean, I suppose my opponent could just recast him. Oh, what am I thinking? For some reason, I was like, oh, Tarmogoyf only counts their graveyard. That is definitely not how Tarmogoyf works. Yep. Okay, opponent plays Luris. They play a Swamp and a Scavenging Ooze. Well, I don't think we can recover from this many creatures. Just in time for Savage Punts. You got it. Well, we're against a black-green rock / Jund, or whatever you want to call it. So, I think this is time for Celestial Purges, probably Kaya's Guile. Actually don't know what I want to be taking out for this. It's possible I also want Anguished Unmaking. No, not Boil. I think Dismember, while very useful, is probably a bit worse than Kaya's Guile, at least. What else do we cut? I think I'm going to try just the one Celestial Purge. Then, I'm going to go down a Thoughtseize. No, I think Thoughtseize probably better than Celestial Purge. Especially because we're on the play. Alright. I'd love to play first. Yes, please. Thank you. Alright, I can work with this. We'll keep. Thoughtseize sucks in this matchup. Well, wish I'd have known that. Start Marsh Flats past the turn. Opponent starts Verdant Catacombs, Overgrown Tomb, Hex Drinker. So I'm gonna fetch the Triome, untap, draw Thoughtseize. Okay, in that case, I want to Bloodchief's Thirst, kill Hex Drinker, and Thoughtseize my opponent. Opponent has Seal of Primordium, Luris, and Liliana. Do we even play any artifacts? Oh, we have Stoneforge, of course. Guess I'll take Luris. Pass the turn. Alright, well this is not what I wanted. But I think I have the smallpox. I really actually don't think I have a choice. Should have taken Liliana and let them play Luris. So discard Liliana. Sackerborg. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Ghost Quarter. We untap. We draw Lingering Souls. Pass the turn. Okay, they play a Blooming Marsh. into Liliana. Uptick Liliana, we discard Lingering Souls. Opponent discards Abrupt Decay. We draw Smallpox, pass the turn. Opponent plays Bauble. We're going to discard Smallpox here. I know the other cards were a little further away from casting, but even if we draw our lands that are good to sack with Smallpox, Smallpox is still not good because we can't cast it in that scenario. And opponent looks at the top card of our deck before we draw it. It's a Thoughtseize. They have no cards in hand. Pass the turn. 25 lands in deck. Can't draw one of them. I've had a rough couple of days. I don't need this right now. Come on, deck. Why aren't we playing 4 Cleansing Wildfire in the Flagstones deck? Good question. Discard Thoughtseize. Yeah, discard Thoughtseize. Opponent plays Scavenging Ooze. Turn off auto yields. So they eat our Lingering Souls. We're going to go ahead and push the Skoos off a cliff. Okay, lands, please. That is the opposite of a land. Well, okay. I kept the, what was it, a 2-lander? And it's turn 7, and I haven't drawn a land in my 25 land deck. So discard Smallpox. We untap. We draw Flagstones. Play Flagstones. Pass the turn. Yeah, at least I'm safe from Lily Ult with only 1 permanent. Well, now we sack whatever pile Flagstones ends up in. Opponent fetches up an Overgrown Tomb. Opponent plays an Engineered Explosives on 0. Makes us discard. I think we're going to discard Lily. Well. I'm not. Don't say that, Bone Daddy. Ah, man. Alright, opponent plays Bauble for the redraw. Makes us discard a Kaya's Guile. We draw... Sort of can't cast this. I think this is the highest I've ever seen a Liliana tick up to. Discard Sword. $25 land deck. Turn 11. 3 lands. Technically only 2 because I fetched one of them. I think I have to discard Kaya's. Well, no. I'll discard Fatal Push. Kaya's Guile can at least, I don't know, force them to crack their engineered explosives to kill a 1/1. Alright, yeah, that's game. Round 2. Screw that noise. Let's have better hands than that. Round 2, here we go. Alright, we'll play first. This hand is way too slow. This hand only has one land. Alright, we're going to keep it. And we're going to put back 2 smallpoxes. Freaking unbelievable. Alright, start Marsh Flats. Fetch a basic swamp. And Inquisition our opponent. Bauble, Confidant, Cauldron Familiar. Take Confidant, pass the turn. Our opponent is playing Cauldron Familiar in Modern. They start Bauble, look at their own deck, play an Overgrown Tomb untapped, and play a Cauldron Familiar. They draw an extra card. We draw Smallpox. I'm going to Smallpox, discarding Smallpox. This feels atrocious. Sack Swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent discarded Bloodstained Mire. So they play Wooded Foothills. They crack it and get a forest. And play Gilded Goose. Which means they can get back that familiar. Okay. Play the Triome tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Blood Crypt untapped. Into a Luris of the Dream Den. Can't believe we've entered the Witch's Oven bracket already. I know, right? Okay, we untap. And it looks at the top card of our deck. We draw Urborg. Godless Shrine tapped, pass the turn. Opponent plays Dark Confidant from the Grave. Into a Bloodstained Mire. Cracking Bloodstained Mire. For a Mountain. And a Seal of Fire. Opponent attacks for 3, sure. I think I'm going to sack this Silent Clearing. Okay, Thoughtseize is not great here. Well, Thoughtseize our opponent. Claim the Firstborn? Why? Play a Silent Clearing? Pass the turn? Opponent gets a Trail of Crumbs. Now I know I'm being trolled. Oh my god. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Because now my opponent is getting extra value anytime they sack a food for any reason. Is this just... Is this just a standard deck with Seal of Fire and Confidant? Okay, opponent attacks for 5. They get a Woe Strider. They play Cauldron Familiar from the graveyard. Janky Jund. Ugh. Bringing in Plague Engineers so I can name cat and human. The Celestial Purge. Ashiok actually seems kind of good. Thoughtseize seems really bad. Don't like Inquisition that much either. I think Dismember out for Akaya's Guile. It really does seem like that's good enough. Okay. Well, we have an actual curve and stuff, so I'm going to keep this. Hey, Six Sigma, how's it going? Start Swamp. Pass the turn. When it starts Verdant Catacombs into nothing. Yeah, it has. We're going to play Godless Shrine tapped and leave up Fatal Push. We're probably going to start Liliana pitching Smallpox. Unless my opponent... I don't know, if my opponent does absolutely nothing, maybe I play Ashiok, but... Okay. Black Cleave Cliffs into a Cauldron Familiar. We lose a life, they gain a life. And they play a Witch's Oven. Alright, push the cat. Play Urborg. Play Ashiok. Yeah, it's been a rough week so far here, Tarek. So, I'm sorry you're also having one. Ashiok is sideboard tech for Cat Cauldron. Mayhem Devil? Now I know I'm getting trolled. Okay. Play Liliana. Opponent sacks to get a food, pings down Liliana. That's fine because of redundant Liliana. Mill and exile. Pass the turn. We just had a couple of demoralizing interactions with people. That's all. That's my half of it anyway. Opponent plays a Gilded Goose, gets a food. Witch's Oven 2. We get a Sword of Feast and Famine. Let's play Liliana. Tick up. Discard Smallpox. Man, the week of October the 7th will go down in history as something terrible. We mill Bauble, Thoughtseize, Cliffs, and Confidant. I think our best top deck would be a land. Okay, opponent gets a Mayhem Devil. We untap. We draw Marsh Flats. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent. So we're using this Marsh Flats as a swamp, is what I'm hearing. Tick up Liliana. Discard Smallpox. Opponent discards Mayhem Devil. Downtick Ashiok to mill and exile. Hit Mountain, Lurrus, Cauldron Familiar, and Dryad Arbor. Play Marsh Flats. Kick Blood Chief's Thirst to take out Mayhem Devil. Opponent sacks food and plays Veil of Summer. Alright, I might be in trouble. Mayhem Devil with multiple sacrifice outlets actually seems pretty good. And a Bauble, and a fetch land. Why is this whenever a player sacrifices a permanent? Okay. Opponent attacks Liliana, and I assume just cracks Bauble to kill it. Because fuck War of the Spark. Yep. Down goes Lily. When it looks at the top card of our deck, we draw Lingering Souls. Play Lingering Souls. Pass the turn. Opponent makes a food. How is my opponent's deck good enough, and why does it line up so terribly with our deck? Or why does our deck line up so terribly with it? Oh no. We can't beat that. We can't beat cats jumping into ovens. Uh Well, I guess that means we're starting off this league 0-2. Oh my god. Not okay. Not okay at all. Round 3. Give me something that smallpox just eradicates, please. This seems like a fine hand. I will keep. Oh, opponent mulligans to 6. That's how we win most of our games, by having more resources than our opponent. So we'll start by playing Urborg. Thoughtseize our opponent. Alright, it's Jund. Take Inquisition. Pass the turn. Grishelbrand, work your magic. In my 4-1, that was the deck I lost to. Okay, we draw Plains, play Stoneforge Mystic, which is probably an abrupt decayable threat that the opponent needs to deal with. I'm going to get Sword of Feast and Famine. Pass the turn. When it cracks a swamp for an overgrown tomb, tapped. Well, or the Bloodstained Mire. At least our opponent didn't shock and say like, oh look, I'm Jund Death Shadow. Blackcleave Cliffs for our opponent. Okay. We untap, we draw Lingering Souls. Alright, pass the turn. I'm not above just gaining life and making a 1-1 with Kaya's Guile. One second, my older brother is calling me. Lol. Good one, Bone. Alright, he plays a Tarmogoyf. Alright, we'll make our opponent sack and make a Spirit. And they played this Verdant Catacombs. We untap. We draw Sword of Fire and Ice. So I'm actually going to cast Sword of Feast and Famine. Because if my opponent has Assassin's Trophy... I guess that was probably a bad idea, because my opponent's going to like Bloodbraid into Maelstrom Pulse or something stupid. Ugh. I am not on top of my game right now, which is terrible because I'm streaming. Okay, opponent Thoughtseizes. Well, they can't take the sword, at least. I mean, they can take the other sword, but... They make us discard Kaya's Guile. They play Liliana. Are they gonna make us downtick to kill a soul? Yes, they are. Should never be on top of a game. I would crush it and ruin the game. Is that a fat joke? Draw Marsh Flats. Play Marsh Flats. And white, black, black. Cast Lingering Souls. Pass the turn. Oh man. Don't say that. My poor feelers. My bench press maximum is projected to be 340. Oh my god, Six Sigma. That's it. Stream over. Nah, I'm just kidding. Okay, opponent makes us discard. Probably the Sword of Fire and Ice. It's nice, but like... Okay. Opponent's going to play a Blood Braid. See what they wheel into. One thing's for sure. Inquisition. No, that stops me from casting Dismember, you jerk. Big oof. No blocks. Alright, we draw Flagstones. Play Flagstones. Flashback Souls. My opponent has no cards in hand, and we don't really have a reason to hit them to untap our lands. So I'm just going to use this spirit to kill Liliana. And we'll hit our opponent for 1. Well, the only one unequipped dude could attack. Well, I guess I could have equipped to a summoning sick token. Yes, you are correct. That way I would lose nothing. So, y'all want to hit that punt button for me? Thank you. It's not my birthday. Alright, we draw Lingering Souls. So... cast Lingering Souls. Flash it back. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Make them discard whatever there is in hand. It's an Inquisition of Kozilek. And then we'll suit up a token that is currently untapped, just in case of Bloodbraid. Pass the turn. I'm gonna crack both of these Marsh Flats on my opponent's turn to thin our deck a bit. Oh no. Anyway. So, go get the Triome. Get a Godless Shrine. Untap. We draw another Urborg. Go to combat. We're going to attack for 6. I don't think 7 changes the math, but I mean we lose really hard to a Maelstrom Pulse, so I really hope my opponent does not draw a Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, second main. Suit up the spirit. Yeah, my draws have been complete booty tonight. Bloodbraid Elf and the Maelstrom Pulse. Tarek just wants to watch the league burn. Alright, we won a game. It's a miracle. So what's terrible in this matchup? What do we change? I kind of want to play Ashiok because my opponent plays so many fetch land effects. I'll drop a Thoughtseize for an Ashiok. I think that's it. I think we just run it back. All right. I cannot keep a one-lander. This I might can work with. Put back a plains. When it starts Inquisition, so they can take Sword or Stoneforge. They almost certainly take Stoneforge. Yep. We draw a Thoughtseize. Well, might as well. Opponent has a Goyf, Bloodbraid Elf, and Liliana of the Veil. Gonna take Lily. And I'm gonna restart the client really quick because it's lagging so hard. I gotta look at my ugly face for a second. Kano bingo card. Restart the client. Oh man. Yeah, that would be fun. We should come up with a Kano bingo. Alright. So opponent's turn 2. They probably play a land into a Goyf. Verdant Catacombs. Fetching Stomping Ground. Hey, wait a minute. Why is their revealed zone empty? Moto. Moto. I need that. You can't tell me there's a penalty for disconnecting and the loss of information. Well, I know one of the cards is Bloodbraid Elf. So we get smacked for 4. Draw Flagstones, play Sword of Fire and Ice. Pass the turn. We're always dead to restarting the client. Opponent has a Kolaghan's Command. Making us discard a Godless Shrine. Another card is a Kama Primal Calamity. Alright, Bloodbraid into Ashiok. Ashiok when I'm holding a fetch land that I need. I needed this fetch land to play Elspeth. Oh, opponent, why? Okay. Urborg at least lets me cast my Planeswalker. Oh, man. That would have been horrible. They got us with the flavor text. Make some blockers. No, stop. Why? Why more Bloodbraid Elf? This might be the shortest, saddest league yet. Opponent just swings everybody at us. Block here, block here. This deck doesn't have any Wraths, by the way. Play castle. Make tokens. Pass the turn. I mean, we're dead to Bolt. My opponent is almost certainly top decking a Bolt. Sudoku. Ah, yes, the green Bolt. No! Wow. I kept a couple of bad hands in the first round, but like this is just horrendous. I'm gonna drop the Thought Seizes for Kaya's Guile and a Celestial Purge. Alright, we'll play first. Sure. We'll keep. Start Triome, pass the turn. Opponent starts Hand Hate. Hell, they can take whatever they want. Opponent takes Liliana. We draw Inquisition. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Inquisition, our opponent. Renin 6, Renin 6, Pillage, Pulse. Take a Renin 6. Play Blood Crypt tapped. Pass the turn. Well, I guess I should have taken Pillage because Blood Chief's Thirst can hit Planeswalkers, and I never remember that. Purge can also hit it, you are correct. I should have taken Pillage. Opponent plays an Overgrown Tomb untapped. Plays a Scavenging Ooze, passing the turn. We draw Godless Shrine. So, Marsh Flats. Fetch up a basic Swamp. And Blood Chief's Thirst, kill the Ooze. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Mountain. Here comes the Pillage. Pillage the Triome. Draw Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis. Play Lingering Souls. Pass the turn. I mean, they can pulse the tokens, but it's not a particularly good use of pulse. They play Renin 6. They kill a spirit. We draw a Smallpox. We'll just Purge. I'd like to have saved Purge as a way to deal with this Raging Ravine, but we had no other way to answer that Renin 6. Okay, opponent plays a swamp. Blood Braid. They always have Blood Braid. Lightning Bolt that spirit. Hit us for 3, down to 14. Alright. Smallpox. Discard Souls. Opponent discards Pulse. We sack a swamp. This takes our opponent temporarily off of Raging Ravine mana, as well as empties their hand and answers their creature. Opponent said, lol, what? And they draw Goyf, because of course they do. Draw Urborg, play Urborg. Lingering Souls. Pass the turn. Okay. When it goes to combat, attacks for 5. Block. Ashiok. Opponent's top decks are just way better than ours. They hit Kaya's Guile, Bloodchief's Thirst, Flagstones, and Fetid Heath. Don't draw fetch land. Yeah. No kidding. Play Elspeth. Make tokens. Go to combat. Attack Ashiok. Take it to 3. When it goes to combat, attacks Elspeth. Chump. Opponent passes. We draw Fatal Push. So -1. Make both of our guys a decent size. Attack Ashiok. Attack Ashiok. Okay, pass the turn. So we'll probably be pushing a Goyf unless my opponent animates a Raging Ravine. Bloodbraid into a Goyf. When it goes to combat. They're thinking about what they want to do. Both at Elspeth? Really? I mean, I'm still doing this. Elspeth down. We draw Stoneforge, so play Stoneforge. I guess Sword of Feast and Famine technically allows us to block. So I'm going to take that. Pass the turn. We'd need to draw land to like play and equip it to Stoneforge though. Because we're planning on like double chopping. It's possible I should have gotten a Batterskull, but doesn't matter. Should have got the Batterskull. Yeah, we'll double block and chump. Smallpox would be nice. Pass the turn. Goyf out of dismember range. I replaced this a fatal push with this, by the way. When it attacks for 6, takes us to 5. Plays a Verdant Catacombs. Into an Ashiok. Alright, we drew Lily. So play Lily. Kill our opponent's Tarmogoyf. And now we can dismember we can dismember this Raging Ravine to go to 1. Elspeth can escape from death but not exile. That's true. One plays a Nurturing Peatland. Fires up that Raging Ravine. We are absolutely dead to bolt here. Dismember to 1. Come on, Kaya's Guile. We need Kaya's Guile. Oh, they're floating man. I should have waited for the attack so they couldn't just sack Nurturing Peatland like that. Watch them gut shot me. No. Play Castle. Discard with Lily. Opponent discards an Inquisition of Kozilek. Come on, I need a Kaya's Guile. Are they all in exile? Opponent plays a Scavenging Ooze. There are 2 of them in exile. Kaya's Guile, please. Oh. Make my opponent sack. Opponent eats a Tarmogoyf out of their own grave for some reason. Well, it hurts, Six Sigma. It hurts. That actually might be the pizza that I ate. War of Attrition. War of Anemic Top Decks. This is not attrition. Play some Among Us with the Discord. I can't cast Smallpox or I'll die. Uptick Lily. Pass. Opponent plays a Goyf. Sword of Fire and Ice. Okay, that's something I can cast. Play Sword. Make my opponent sack Goyf. Pass the turn. I don't know why my opponent's not down-ticking Ashiok. I really feel like they should. I'm gonna play the Marsh Flats. Noxon19, thank you for subscribing. You're a wonderful human being, and I greatly appreciate your support. Make my opponent discard a Thoughtseize. Opponent casts Dark Confidant. We get another Lily. So, make our opponent sack. Pass the turn. Freaking... No! No, the agony! That was 16 turns of just waiting for my opponent to draw Bolt. Oh no! Skyl is the next card, damn it. Oxen. I'm glad you're enjoying the YouTube content. Oh, I'm so angry. It hurts. I'm like so angry. I've come full circle. And I'm like not even capable of expressing anger. I'm not playing the rest of this league. I love this deck, but screw this. I don't even care about winning those 50 play points back. Okay, so I can play another modern jank deck, or we can try out this Mystery Booster Phantom Limited. Oh, wait. Oh, that's also Phantom, okay. You want to see more modern jank? Noxon wants to see limited. All right. We'll do some limited for Noxon. He was very nice and subscribed. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Noxon, do you want to see Zendikar Rising or Mystery Booster? Let's do some Mystery Booster. I think I've had enough of Zendikar Rising. I won't make you hurt. Spoken like a true abusive ex-moderator. /ban. No. uh, uh, you know, the pain of a terrible Magic matchup is actually quite preferable to the rest of this week. I'm glad you guys are here. This is kind of fun. I have absolutely no idea what's actually in the mystery booster. I looked and there's a list of like 1 trillion cards. So I've got a feeling I'm going to have to play this like I play Chaos Draft, which is just pick things that are generically powerful. And synergies that you can find across all of Magic. Mana Crypt's in here. I mean, if we get a Mana Crypt, we're probably winning if we can cast anything with it. So generically powerful things like humans, because human shows up in just about every single Magic set, and there's a lot of human synergies. They make good aggro creatures usually. Things like blue-white flyers, long-running archetypes, big green stompy, mono-red aggro, that kind of a thing. Who isn't drinking? Me. Actually, I have nothing to mix all of my straight liquor with. And I don't think I have any beer either. Otherwise, actually, a drink would be kind of nice, I think, if I had them. All right, Mystery Booster, here we go. So in this one, we've got Queen Marchesa. 3 colors off the bat. Man, I don't know. There's also like a Firebrand Archer, which is a really good mono red card. Six Sigma says Signet. I don't think Signet will wheel. Yeah, I think Marchesa is really strong. But I'm going to take the Signet. No. We're going to take Queen Marchesa, actually. Okay, so there's a Browbeat. Browbeat's fun. There's a Helm of Awakening. Millstone? There's a Millstone in this pack? Ooh. Cauldron Dance. What is this card? That's so weird. Bramblewood Paragon. Elf and Warrior looks like a tribal deck. I'm going to take the Bramblewood Paragon, because I saw another warrior in that pack. And this looks like it might be an actual strategy of some kind. So the first few picks we're gonna take some generic, possibly build enabling things, and after that we're gonna take whatever we can find that's open. Oh man, I love Black Market. Goblin Game. Okay, no. Wandering Champion is a monk. Goblin Game easy. Pillory of the Sleepless. Subtle Strike, Shadow Cloak Vampire. I think I'm going to take the Wandering Champion here. Hide Kano's weights, no one will find them. Oh, man. What are these cards? Expropriate? That card's amazing. No warriors. Kano is oh, nope. A Voldaran Duelist. Jungle Shrine. It is red or white. Or green. There's also this highest mana cost creature in Magic. Yeah, I think Jungle Shrine is right. So we'll take Jungle Shrine. That actually gives us the ability to play some of our cards. Fungusaur. Fungus Dinosaur. Whenever it's dealt damage, put a 1/1 counter on it. There's a Shardless Agent. Pulse of Marasa. Dream Cache. The Jeskai Sage. I don't... Fungusaur seems bad. Direct Current is way too heavy red mana. Pulse might be good. Buying back a creature. Shardless Agent's powerful, but I don't know if I can play blue. Oh man. This is tough. I'm gonna take Pulse of Marasa. Okay, Ancient Grudge, Cathar's Companion, Die Young, Enlightened Maniac, God Pharaoh's Faithful, a Warrior. Wait a minute, Squirrel Wrangler. Sack a land, make squirrels. Sack a land, give all squirrels +1/+1. I think I'm going to take the 4-mana 3/3 warrior. I don't know if y'all heard that. That was my elbow. I needed to pop. All right. Toxin Sliver. So probably can't play slivers, just a heads up. No warriors in this pack. Meteorite is fixing for any color as well as removal, so I actually think Meteorite's pretty good. It's a pretty hands down Meteorite in that pack, I think. Alright, there's a Gravecrawler. Frontline Rebel. 3-mana 3/3 Warrior. Sylvan Scrying. Banding? No, we're not playing things with banding. That also has cumulative upkeep. The card is not playable at all. Balaged Scorpion, kill stuff. I like Gravecrawler a lot. We just don't have any other zombies. And by itself, it's not fantastic. I'll take the Frontline Rebel. I've got a feeling that sheer drop might be reasonable. Groll Signet can also fix for us. So we'll take the Signet. I have a feeling I'm probably just playing Naya. Oh, Jesus. Sure. I can take a Hamlet Captain. Synergy with humans and synergy with Bramblewood Paragon because it's a warrior. Black Market, Goblin Game, Giant Spectacle, or Prickle Boar. Prickle Boar being a 5 mana 5/3 first strike on our turn. I think I'll take the Spectacle. Hardened Berserker. Whenever it attacks, the next spell you cast costs 1 less to cast. That seems like it might be cool. Not a warrior, though. I guess Fungusaur. The hell am I building? Ancient Grudge is a sideboardable card. It's also the Pug Ancient Grudge. So put that in the sideboard. And a Flowstone Embrace. That's actually repeatable removal, so it's really not bad. Alright, what are we looking at? There's a Phyrexian Soul Gorger. Cauldron of Souls seems kind of fun. Just any number of our creatures get persist. I think I'm going to take Mirrodin's Core, as that's actually somewhat reasonable for fixing. I have played this card in budget modern decks, and I actually don't think it's that bad. Experiment 1 is actually pretty good. 2, we have like Hamlet Captain. We have a number of 2-mana creatures that are good to curve this into. We could kind of be aggressive. Yeah, I'm going to take Experiment 1. I've got a feeling that I'm going to get just absolutely wrecked. Like, super hard. Mind Funeral, we could have played Mill. Okay. Sewer Nemesis. Enters the battlefield, choose a player. Okay, nope. Contagion Clasp, there's a Leaping Master. Roots, enchant creature without flying. Sleep it, basically. Acrobatic Maneuver. Gone Missing. Slave of Bolus. Probably not actually in our colors. I think I'm going to take the Leaping Master. We'll just do like Naya or Groll aggro, I think. Goblin Pile Driver. Unfortunately, we do not have that many goblins. Wear and Tear, Ancient Den, Monastery Lore Master. I think the pick here is Voyak Bodyguard. Yeah. So we're kind of like red-green human aggro, it looks like. For the most part. Alright. We got Gargadon. Bloodlust Insider actually seems kind of good. There's also a Stoic Builder, but we're not likely to have lands in our grave, I don't think. Mirror Entity actually seems like a good way to end the game. Because we can just like make all of our creatures huge after playing any number of regular creatures. Yeah, I'm gonna take Mirror Entity. Campaign of Vengeance, Drog Skull Captain, God's Willing, Angel Song, Skirk Prospector. Guess we take the God's Willing or the combo attack. I think I'm going to take the combo attack to stay in mostly red-green. It is a one-sided fight where like two of your guys fight one dude, so you can take down something bigger, which I've got a feeling we're probably going to need to do. Moto is running so unbelievably slow right now. Blasted Landscape, Blue Elemental Blast, Cartouche of Zeal. I kind of like. Court Street Denizen would be great if we had more white creatures. Wild Size, Fortify. Yeah, we're taking the Cartouche. Norin the Wary. Whatever he attacks, he exiles himself. So we got Boros Challenger, Keldon Overseer, Mir Sire. Yeah, I think Keldon Overseer, because we get a bunch of mana, we can use him as a threaten to actually win the game. And he's a 3-1 with haste for 3 at worst. Card's actually pretty good. Plus we have Signet and we have Meteorite, so it's not like impossible for us to get to 7 mana. Alright, Spark Mage Apprentice is a human. So we'll take Spark Mage Apprentice. Also has a relevant ability, being able to ping something for 1. I'm still not playing Soul Gorger. I guess Frontier Mastodon, being a 3-mana 3/2, is probably the most playable thing in our colors, so we'll take that. Kind of hoping that Bloodlust Insider comes around, because I'd like more 1-drops that are relevant. I guess I'll take an Inspired Charge. Mog Fanatic seems fine. Wear and Tear would be good sideboard. Defiant Strike would also be okay, but Mog Fanatic is the most aggro of creatures that we can get. Moto's auto-select is always surprising, huh? Take the Insider. Is Hammerhand just another cartouche of Zeal? It is. I kind of like that. Nature's Claim for the sideboard, I guess, and Wall of Fire we're not playing. Alright, time for pack number 3. Let's hope for some good stuff. Solemn Simulacrum. Woo! Noxon, thanks for gifting the sub. Tarek 101, welcome welcome to the Kano sub life. You're both wonderful people. Much appreciated. I think we take some Simulacrum. Highspire Mantis is kind of okay. Sky Marcher Aspirant is good, but we're not really in white to the point that we can play a white card on turn 1. Citadel Woodreaders actually is kind of nice, but I think Solemn Simulacrum is just better. We'll take that. Misdirection is fun. Curse of Opulence, make a gold token whenever you attack the opponent. That actually seems kind of useful. Yeah, I'm going to take the Curse of Opulence. Alright, Beastmaster Ascension. Whenever a creature you control attacks, put a quest counter on it, and if it has 7 or more quest counters attacking creatures you control, get +5/+5. That seems like a way to win the game in a hurry in an aggro deck. Stigma Lasher is hilarious. Manamorphose, if it comes around, is great. Same with Seismic Stomp or Wayward Giant. So we're taking Beastmaster Ascension, though. That's real. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Tarek. It's very nice to hear. Oh, wow, we're like super open in Gruul here. Hang on. Search your library for a land card. Each opponent may do the same. I think Fires of Yavimaya is probably the best card for us. Elvish Visionary, Spark Tongue Dragon, Battle Rage. What does Rocks do? Okay. Yeah, Fires of Yavimaya, for sure. The nice thing about this is just about every single pack has had something that will come around for us. Okay, Alhammarat's Archive, not playable for us. Neither is Maelstrom Archangel. A Crowan Sergeant, 3-mana 2/2. Mardu Warshrieker. We can actually cast a number of things off of Warshrieker's mana, which could actually accelerate us a bit. Yeah, I think we take the Warshrieker. No, Reality Scramble I don't think is really for us. Seek the Horizon. Sarkhan's Rage is big removal, so I'm going to take that. Thank you, Six Sigma. Much appreciated for making those announcements and letting people know. Mizzix's Mastery would be really, really fun, but not really what we're doing. I guess we take the Grizzly Bears. Rawr, Grizzly Bears. They need to print more bears. Let's See, Lay of the Land is actually not bad for fixing in limited. Village Bell Ringer is kind of funny as a sort of combo piece. We really only have one elf, otherwise I would take this Ren's Run Vanquisher. I think I'm going to take Lay of the Land. Just being able to find the right color of mana seems pretty reasonable. Ravenous Lucrotia. I can't pronounce that. Zealot of the God Pharaoh. A 4-mana 4/3, a 4-mana 3/3 with trample. Yeah, I think I take the Ultimate Cyclops. It just lines up the best in our deck. Elvish Warrior. Hooded Brawler is a pretty reasonable aggro card. I'll take Seismic Stomp. Noxon, glad to have you in the Discord. Elvish Visionary is probably the best here. Titanic Growth is nice, and so is Tempt with Discovery, but Visionary is probably the best. I believe it is, yes. I believe that is still an option. I don't know exactly what kind of stream rewards I should be handing out. They should show up at the bottom left of the chat box, I think. At least they do that on desktop clients. I don't know. I don't really watch Twitch on my phone. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and group creatures separately. Probably just dropping white entirely. Not playing Unyielding Krumar. Pulse of Marasa is not really aggressive. I'm going to drop Seismic Stomp and probably Giant Spectacle for now. But kind of like the rest of our stuff there. I don't like Fungusaur. Just don't think it's good. Frontier Mastodon will like never turn on. Same time. That is a luxury afforded to me by still being a small channel and small streamer. Probably just gonna drop Grizzly Bears. I don't think we have like any. We have like one or two other warriors. I am a small streamer. I am. Oh, is that another fat joke? You guys. I think I am going to drop Curse of Opulence. We only curve out at 4, so we don't actually need the treasure. It just kind of looked nice. I need to cut 3 more cards. No, I'm not. I'm not really. I'm not really that self-conscious about it. Um, I have a little bit of a gut, but I'm stronger than most human beings, so I'm fine with that. As long as my deadlift stays over 500, if I've got a little bit of a gut, I'm fine. Um, man, I don't know what to cut. I still have to cut 3 cards. Cut Grill Signet. And then maybe we don't need Lay of the Land. I guess I'll cut an Elvish Visionary. Alright. We got ourselves a Gruul aggro deck. I'm going to drop a mountain for a jungle shrine. Alright, here we go. EDH isn't really supported very well on Moto. You can play it. I think they got rid of the queues for it, actually. Like, you can do 2-mans, or you could play direct challenges, but it's not really ideal. And this is a Phantom draft, so I don't actually get to keep the cards, which is unfortunate. Alright, we got a 2, a 3, and a 4, so we'll keep. Start by playing a mountain, pass the turn. No worries, man. Opponent plays a Plains into a Caravan Escort. We draw a Voyak Bodyguard, play Leaping Master. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains, levels up. Dun dun dun. Attacks for 2, no blocks. Take 2, go to 18, we untap. Draw combo attack. Play a Forest, play Voyak Bodyguard. Attack for 2. Hit our opponent to 18. Now we have combo attack to take down anything they plan on leaving back to block. Or if they just like level up and pass, we're probably fine. Opponent plays a Plains. Oh, it looks like they went for the mono white option. Or they have a bunch of non-white cards stranded in hand. Fair. That is also a possibility. That would actually explain my opponent's being so deep in the tank right now. They play a Morph. They do not attack. Draw Forest. I don't know if I kill that or not. If I attack, my opponent can just block the Leaping Master, and then we hit them for 3. You know what? We're going to do it. Kill the Morph. Shaper Parasite. Alright, well, I'm glad I killed that. We are still going to attack. Mentor onto the Leaping Master. I'm gonna have to restart the client again. I hate this. Okay, opponent does trade. Alright, hang on. Volume. I don't want to concede match. I want to close the client. We get a different view of you not playing Magic. Oh, so rude. I mean, he is sleeping right now. It's pretty cute. Look at him. So cute. That's Porter for you. Sleeping on his bed. Back to the green screen and myself. Alright. Boros Reckoner actually really sucks. Anyone that had to watch that Storm League deserves to watch Porter content. What kind of dog is he? The Porter Corner? He is a brown lab mix of some kind that we're not entirely sure. We think he's at least part husky, due to like his eye color, his tail curl, some weird white undercoat that he's got going on because he's got a little bit of a thicker undercoat. Absolutely, such a good dog. All right, we draw a Beastmaster Ascension. So play a Forest, play Hardened Berserker, play Beastmaster Ascension, pass the turn, no attacks. Yeah, they can give it first strike, so we're probably going to have a bad time. Just a few attacks, though, and we'll be off to the races with a giant wall of meat attacking. Hardened Berserker. Yeah. Opponent is in the tank on our end step. Yeah, lesser power only. Opponent plays a plains. No attacks. We draw Hammer Hand. Ooh, I know what I'm doing this turn. Hammer Hand to the Bodyguard. We'll say Reckoner can't block if it enters the battlefield. Does my opponent have a counterspell? No, they put it on top of our deck. Alright, pass the turn. Well, at least we didn't Monstrosity and dump 6 mana into that totally lost. Opponent plays an island. They only have 3 cards left in their hand. They play a Voice of the Provinces. We draw Voyak Bodyguard. Time for the Monstrosity. Attack for 6. Counter on Beastmaster Ascension. Opponent can double block, and the Reckoner trigger can kill the Hardened Berserker, but I didn't want to just attack with Hardened Berserker because... Oh, okay, never mind. Opponent didn't want a double block. Opponent attacks for 6, no blocks. Grasp of Fate. Hitting our big dude. Sarkhan's Rage. Alright, go to combat. Attack for 3. Opponent chumps. Play Voyak Bodyguard for 2 instead of 3. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Spire Monitor. Attacks for 6 in the air. Take 6. We untap and draw a Frontline Mastodon. Well, I can cast Sarkhan's Rage and kill Reckoner and kill myself. Alright, opponent's got us here. So we gotta go to game 2. Opponent has a lot of flyers. Ooh, thank you for the bits, Noxon. Much appreciated. You're a wonderful human being. No worries, the VOD will be out Friday at 1 p.m. So how do we want to adjust for this? Can we adjust for this? Yeah, we'll just run it back. We'll play first. This is pretty slow. Both colors of mana, though. I'm going to try keeping this. Start mountain. Pass the turn. When it starts plains, caravan escort. We draw frontline rebel. Play a mountain. Pass the turn. When it levels up to a 2/2, hits us for 2. Play a mountain. Yeah, play frontline rebel. Pass the turn. When it levels up to a 2/2, we draw mountain. So play a forest. Play hardened berserker. Cartouche of zeal. Say caravan escort can't block. Go to combat. Attack with everybody. Hit him for 7, down to 13. When it plays an island, levels up, levels up. Attacks for 2. Draw a mountain. Play a mountain. Play hooded brawler. Go to combat. Hit them for 7. Down to 6. When it plays plains, so they could level up into a 5/5 first striker and play a 3-drop. Reckoner. Okay. Draw a Mardu War Shrieker. Play a mountain. Play Beastmaster Ascension. Go to combat. Attack, 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 and exert. Lots of triggers. Put a blocks and blocks. So they're going to take 3. And they can kill our frontline guy. Yep. Down to 3 though. So if we draw the Sarkhan spell, we can kill them on the spot. Sarkhan's Catharsis, I think. But it plays an island. They're dead to Bolt. Well, it's too bad we're not running Bolt. They attack for 5. They have a 3/7 that can block. Our Hammer Hand would kill them. Mountain does not. Pass the turn. Opponent attacks. No blocks. We go to 6. Or down to 3, actually. Hammerhand, no longer lethal. Oh, they just kill us with Triskelion. Alright, well. That was horrible. We'll see you guys in round 2. The pain is back. Yes, the pain is back. Alright, round 2, here we go. Alright, well we've got a good curve here. I will be keeping this. If we draw land, we're in a really good spot. Okay, opponent starts Soccer Tribe Scout. We could play Mog Fanatic and just kill it, but I think I'm going to play Experiment 1. Okay, opponent plays a Forest, puts a Mountain onto the battlefield, into a Thrashing Brontodon. I now regret my choices of not Fanaticking that. I'll play a Mountain, play Hamlet Captain, Evolve Trigger, pass the turn, no attacks. Opponent plays a Mask of Memory, suits up the Brontodon, and attacks. No blocks. They get to draw 2 and then discard 1. They discard Become Immense. Play a Mountain. Play Frontline Rebel. Evolve Trigger. Go to combat. And attack. Okay, opponent's turn. Okay, we're getting hit for a lot. One gets to draw 2 and then discard. They discard a Borderland Explorer. We draw Cartouche of Zeal. So play a Forest. Cartouche the Hamlet Captain. We'll say Soccer Tribe Scout can't block. Combo attack. These two will fight the Brontodon. Go to combat. Swing for a ton. Opponent chumps 4, takes 7. They untap. They equip Mask of Memory onto Bloodbraid Elf and hit us for 3. So they get to draw 2 and discard 1. Discarding a Forest. Play a Mountain. Fiend Hunter. Taking out Hamlet Captain. Okay, we untap. We draw Hooded Brawler. Play a Forest. Go to combat. We're going to attack. If my opponent didn't block, we could just Mog Fanatic to kill them. Put a land onto the battlefield. Okay. Means one less action spell we have to worry about. So play out our hand. So now we have 3 creatures that are all lethal if they hit our opponent. We can also block and sack to ping for 1. Rith the Awakener. Flying 6/6. Okay. Well, if that hits us, we're going to have a bad time. untap, draw Leaping Master, which is not very useful. So go to combat, attack, attack and exert, and attack. Okay, Hooded Brawler becomes a 5/4, so it itself is lethal if it hits our opponent. The opponent has to block here with something. I actually have to block all 3 of these creatures. Okay, we're going to regenerate here. So opponent loses 2 guys. We get our Hamlet Captain back. Opponent goes to 3. Then we'll play a Leaping Master. Pass the turn. But my opponent is going to just pay for Rith Awakener and then name green and get 4 Saprolings. Oh, man. We need Sarkhan's Catharsis, or whatever it's called, in a hurry. Yep. 4 Saprolings. They play a Forest, and a Daggerback Basilisk, and a Nature's Lore as their last card. Alright, we need something real good. That is not it. Alright, next game. I really don't think we have any sideboard for this, so we're just going to run it back. Like, we could have Ancient Grudge if we're super worried about that mask, but, like, honestly, I don't think we are. Sarkhan's Rage, not Sarkhan's Catharsis. Sarkhan's Catharsis is a 6-mana spell that I don't remember what it does. We have a 1, and we won't have a play until 4. We do have lots of 2s and 3s, though, so I think this is actually fine to keep. If we draw a 2-drop next turn off of Bloodlust Insider, that would actually be fantastic. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Soccer Tribe Scout, play a Forest, go to combat and attack for 1. Opponent plays a Gruul Signet, passes, we draw, Hamlet Captain, play a Forest, play the Hamlet Captain, give him haste, and attack. When it puts a land into play on our end step, they untap, play a Forest, they Fiend Hunter Hamlet Captain. How rude. So we untap, we draw Forest. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to try and haste in this Cyclops. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Hit them to 14. Opponent plays a Mountain into a Natural Connection. They have a lot of ramp and fixing. They probably picked Rith the Awakener pretty early and was like, yeah, we can just take any Nature's Lore effect, rampant growth we can find. Respect, opponent, respect. They played a Fires of Yavimaya as well. They are out of cards. I think we're going to play Simulacrum, get another red source. And pass. If we attack with the Cyclops, they can sack Fires and kill the Cyclops if we do that. Opponent top decks a Rampant Growth effect. Passes. We draw a Frontier Mastodon. Make Ill-Tempered Cyclops really big. Go to combat. Attack for 6. When it goes to 8. I think if they drew a land, they lost. We draw Flowstone Embrace. So play Frontier Mastodon. Should enter with a 1/1. Play Fires of Yavimaya. Go to combat. And swing out. Opponent has a spell here. Snapping Sailback. Okay. Block there, and block there. I think they're still dead. Oh, this is not creatures you control, it's target creature. Pump here. It has trample. Opponent pumps on the opposite side. They're going to take 6 here. I misread what Fires of Yavimaya did and was not attacking properly. Opponent's going to take 6 and go to 2. We kill them as soon as we untap. But we didn't even have to show them the burn spell, which is good. Run it back. There's not enough action in the hand, so we got a mulligan. This could actually be pretty good, considering my opponent has a lot of X1s that they start off with, or at least the Soccer Tribe Scout like they have the previous number of games. They play Avacyn's Pilgrim. Okay, play a mountain, pass the turn. Feral Prowler. Okay. Same plan. Ping down the 1/1. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest. If we can play Leaping Master and Cartouche of Zeal and draw another creature, to play like that creature in Hammerhand or something like that, we'll be able to put our opponent under a ton of pressure while stopping them from blocking. No attacks for our opponent. They play Fires of Yavimaya. Draw forest, play a forest, play Leaping Master, Cartouche of Zeal, Feral Prowler can't block, go to combat, attack for 4. Take our opponent to 16. Pass the turn. Okay, 3 mana or less creature, please. That is not what I asked for. So, Hammerhand the Spark Mage. Prowler can't block. Go to combat and attack our opponent for 5. Elemental Uprising. They make a 4/4. Okay. Well, we lose our 3/2. Opponent passes. We draw. Hooded Brawler. Play a forest. Play the Brawler. Pass the turn. Draw combo attack. I actually think this is worth combo attacking, because it lets us save the exert for a bigger attack on another turn. It is kind of sad my opponent gets to draw a card out of this. They sack Fires to make it a 3/5. It still dies. They have another thing. Become Immense. Well, good thing it's a one-sided fight. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Borderland Explorer. I am going to discard a mountain and get a forest this way. Just to get another card out of our deck. Opponent plays a Plains. No attacks. Pass, we draw. Mountain. Play a forest. I am going to attack and exert. If they double block, we kill both. Okay. Opponent gets to draw. I'm glad I could mute for sneezes. I'm gonna plays a 4/4 with Vigilance. Alright, Hardened Berserker. Problem is our 5 damage burn spell is literally on the bottom of our deck because I put it there. No, it's been shuffled away because we searched our library thanks to Borderland Explorer, so we could actually draw it. That's nice. Thanks, Tarek. Opponent plays a Squirrel Wrangler. We draw. Maybe I should have taken Squirrel Wrangler. It'd be amazing in a situation like this. We'll play Jungle Shrine. Pass the turn. No attacks. West! Glad you made it. Opponent plays a forest. Problem is they can make a ton of squirrels. The league is not going great, actually. Okay, cool. Play a mountain. Pass the turn. Oh, ouch. We're gonna do this now. I believe that's from people subbing. We've had one sub and one gifted sub. So we lose our whole board. Opponent plays a forest. You know, I restarted the client once at the start of this game, and it's already lagging again. Alright. Play experiment 1. I mean, I suspect my opponent just makes like 4 or 5 squirrels. And I actually don't think we can beat that. I severely overestimated how slow, or severely underestimated how slow Mystery Booster format was. So, like, getting kind of wrecked right now because of it. Okay, opponent attacks for a lot. We really have no choice but to take it. It's not like I have any big, hasty threats like a charging Monstrosaur or something like that, so I think we're actually just dead. Because I've got a feeling I'm going to top deck a land for the nth turn in a row. Oh, opponent pumps the squirrels. We go to 4. We draw 1/1 for 1 and scoop it up. Alright. Row 2, going into the 3rd round, and I'm getting kind of tired. This has been kind of a brutal streaming session. Was not happy with how the Modern League that we tried went. And we're learning this format, and that's always a little bit rough when you don't know what's good and what's not. What happened in the Modern League? We went 0-3 after some of the worst draws that I've ever had, as well as Like, the last game of the last match that I played was like 17 turns long, and for 5 or 6 of them, we were at 1 life, and we were just waiting for our opponent to top deck Bolt because we couldn't draw anything. And that's exactly how the game ended. uh, it's not my birthday. Uh, I hope nobody has a birthday that feels like this. Man, I still gotta get a video recorded for tomorrow. I can't break my streak of daily uploads. I mean, technically, I already have. I took a 1 day off, but that was very justified. Thanks for the cheer, Noxon. But it's not my birthday. All right. Yeah, we'll keep this. We've got fixing for both colors. Nothing to play on 2, but on turn 3 we can play Mastodon. Turn 4, if we draw land, we've got Simulacrum, which is good. Opponent starts Forest. Ooh, we do have a 2-drop, and it's Bramblewood Paragon. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Gnarlid Pack. It's kind of gnarly. Play a Forest. Play Frontier Mastodon. Pass the turn. No attacks. Opponent plays a Fires of Yavimaya. Draw a Cartouche of Zeal. Alright, well, might as well start getting in. Cartouche of Zeal on Bramblewood Paragon. We'll say that Gnarlid Pack cannot block. Go to combat. And attack for 6. Would really like to draw a land next turn. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about the yawning. I did not take a nap today, so I'm kind of dragging a little bit. Alright, opponent plays a mountain, but nothing else. We draw an Experiment 1. Play Experiment 1. Hammerhand Experiment 1. It is now much less likely to ever get 1/1 counters, but it does represent an additional point of damage here. The old Hammerhand Tribal. Go to combat. Attack for 8. Opponent had a Pouncing Cheetah, so they only take 5. Hammerhand, is that your grinder name? No. No, that is not my grinder name. I don't have a grinder. Alright, opponent plays Chromatic Lantern into a Brazen Wolves. We draw Mountain. Play a mountain. Play Solemn Simulacrum. Oz was moving. I believe Oz moved to, like, Tennessee. So Everhand, isn't it? No attacks. Pass the turn. Yeah, I think I'm calling it after this league. It's a little bit shorter than I usually stream, but unless there's like a Momir queue ready to fire, I don't think I have much brain power left in me for anything else today. I want to get to where I'm streaming twice a week again. Because, like, I have to take a break from competitive stuff. Zendikar's Royal. Whenever they play a land, get an elemental. Battle of Wits requires a little bit too much brain power for me right now, I think. Besides, I kind of want to rebuild it. Okay, pump up the experiment one. Pass the turn. I want to draw a 2 or a 3 drop so that I can play it and Beastmaster Ascension and then like untap and monstrous this ill-tempered Cyclops. Draw Battle of Wits, play lands, and win. It's never that easy. Opponent gets another elemental because they played a land. Eldrazi Monument. What? What? Creatures you control have 1/1 flying and indestructible. Beginning of your upkeep, sack a creature. You just play Polymorph. Polymorph might actually be kind of fun. We'll play a Bloodlust Insider and play Beastmaster Ascension. My opponent cannot currently kill me, I think. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 damage. So as long as my opponent does not find 1 damage, we're fine. Oh no, they have to sack a creature, never mind. Oh shoot, actually that gets bigger when it attacks. We were dead if they didn't have to sack a creature. Grapple from the past. Oh, I used to love playing Modern taking turns. I actually have a blue-white list that's kind of competitive. I haven't put out a video on it for a little while, though, but taking turns is a lot of fun. I actually played Battle of Turns, which was a turns list scaled up into Battle of Wits, which was a ton of fun. So we take 5, we go to 10. Problem is my opponent's creatures have indestructible. Get a Hardened Berserker. We have nothing with reach. Play Hardened Berserker. Yeah, we're just dead. They all have flying. Alright. We'll concede. Yeah, I think our deck is not fast enough to be aggro and is too dirtily to do anything else. It's too dirtily to be aggro and not big enough to be anything else. No, I wanted to play the mystery booster format. I just didn't know the archetypes or what cards would be good. And like I said, I severely underestimated how long individual games of Mystery Booster would take, because the format seems to be pretty slow, and it seems to be a value oriented format, and I did not draft value cards. I think that's the best way to put that. All right, we'll play first. Ooh, no, Mulligan. Okay, we got we got Bramblewood Paragon into another warrior, so I think that's about as good as we can ask for. So start forest, pass the turn. Opponent also starts forest. Draw forest, play a mountain, play Paragon. Opponent plays a mountain, passes. We draw Keldon Overseer. Oof. So 4, 5. We would need 7 for Overseer to be good. Yeah, I think we just get the damage now. No problem, Six Sigma. Thank you again for doing that. I really appreciate that, because sometimes I forget to call stuff like that out, and who knows when people skip to different parts of my videos and stuff when they're watching VODs. You never know when they'll read chat and be like, oh yeah, no, I should totally subscribe. Okay, opponent plays a forest. What contract? Alright, opponent plays a 3/4 Brontodon. We draw a mountain, play a mountain. Play Hooded Brawler? Okay, I'm going to attack with the Keldon Overseer here. If they trade, that's fine. If they don't, we got in 4 damage. Ah, they didn't block. Fantastic. Oh, good. Welcome, Judd. Getting here right at the end of the stream. Good to see you, buddy. Opponent plays a mountain. Hi, Diana. Opponent plays a Blastoderm, which is a 4-mana 5/5 with fading. Oh, excellent. Okay. So, play Solemn. Yeah, Jod's a good friend of mine from college. We're going to Hammerhand Solemn Simulacrum. We're going to say Blastoderm can't block. Oh, it has Shroud. We're going to say Thrashing Bronodon can't block. College is McDonald's down the road. I'm really surprised, Six Sigma, I'm really surprised you didn't say Collage, you know, the Chippendale Dancing Club. He has seen me in a shiny shirt in real life, yes. I think we got him. Please leave your sense of humor quotes at the door. When do you guys get to see the shiny shirt? As soon as I find one that fits. They don't seem to come in a size large enough to actually fit me anymore. Not because my gut's gotten any bigger. Same size there, but my arms and shoulders. Ugh. I should grow out my beard and put it in a ponytail. Man, when my beard gets long, it's like too much to manage. If I had a mountain in this hand, I would absolutely keep that hand. The hand's amazing with a mountain. This hand is better than nothing, but kind of hot garbage. I'm gonna put back Beastmaster Ascension because there's just no way we ever turn it on. Will this be the year of the Viking Kano? I mean, maybe. We'll see. Depends on how lazy I get when I go home to visit family. Opponent plays a Gnarlid pack. Play a forest. Riveting gameplay here. Land pass, and an aggro deck. Opponent plays a mountain. Into a Chromatic Lantern, we draw. Okay, play Fires of Yavimaya. At least everything from here on out we play will have haste. Something about Kano being huge. Kano, the strongest Avenger. Makes me think of the Team Fortress 2 deep lore about Shakespeareocles, the strongest writer that ever lived. We can get gym streams. I don't know if people want to see gym streams. First Strike? Whoa, Chromatic Lantern into a 5-color activated ability. Gets 5/3, gains flying and trample? What is this nonsense? I don't know what you just said, Six Sigma, and I'll thank you not to say it again. Thanks. Is that where people like eat food on stream? It's weird. It's like anti ASMR. Get a forest. Attack. Eating sounds are the worst. Agreed. Opponent cycles a Beneath the Sands. ASMR stream. I could get right up on the mic if you want me to. And Kano Yugoro lines up the punt. This is the 5th punt this stream. Not too many. You'll never ever get enough. Golf announcer Kano. I should totally like cast a league like that. Just be like, I've been saving the skulls for a long time. Don't tempt. How many bits for an ASMR stream for a league? Oh man, I don't know. I'm pretty cheap. We're taking a bunch of damage. My opponent played an acidic ooze, or acidic slime, excuse me. Okay, we draw. how many subscribers to do ASMR commentary. If you guys really want to see ASMR commentary, I'll make a stupid ASMR commentary thing. I'm not above doing that. I don't know the exact techniques involved. Oh, it needs to be live. All right, we're gonna meteorite this Dragon Soul Knight. I'm pretty cheap. Is that your grinder name? No. Take out the thing with the 5-color activated ability because that's scary. Battle of ASMR Street. Oh, Jesus. Opponent plays a card that Moto is lagging so hard I can't read. You may put a creature of the chosen type from your hand onto the battlefield, and the chosen type is dragon. Excuse me? Alright, we get a Bramblewood Paragon, so play the Paragon. And then we'll play Bodyguard. it just makes some toast and halfway through the stream crush the toast. Don't call ASMR stupid. It'll could offend someone. Seems like you win this format through greed. Yes, and we did not know that, which is why our deck is doing terribly. I'm getting intently stared at from the top of the stairs by a certain brown dog. You know what? Here, let me see if I can angle the camera so that you can see it. You can see what I'm seeing. Hi, buddy. Hi, Porter. What are you doing? Porter. I see you, buddy. Oh, now he's really creeping. Just gonna leave the camera like that so y'all have to watch that instead of me. You see the brown mass hiding between the blanket and the oh god. Induced despair, aka impending tentacles. This is really the content we need. Is he in his mom's basement? No, I'm in my basement. There's a reason my office is down here, though it's not really relevant any longer, I should say, I guess. It is not my mother's basement. Okay, my opponent just put Dragon Broodmother back in their hand, and presumably is Belby's portaling it onto the battlefield. Uh-huh. Oh, shoot. Moto is lagging so hard. Give him a treat. I don't have any down here. I thought I had a little bit of them on my desk, but I guess not. And now he's moping. Are you moping, buddy? Look at how sad he is. The saddest of porters. I'm conceding this game. I literally cannot beat that dragon. Yep. That's the legendary 03 for you. Hey, Porter. Porter, do you want some dinner? Would you like some more dinner? How about water? You thirsty? Would you like a treat? Oh, yes, Dad. Yes, I would love a treat. I would love a treat, please. All right, let's go get you a treat, buddy. All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for tuning in and watching. It's been it's been really great to have all of you. Noxon, thank you for all the bits. You're a wonderful human being. Also, thank you for gifting a sub to our good friend Tarek. Also, thank you for subbing. Much appreciated for all of that. It was really good to see everybody. Bone Daddy, Jod, Jawest, Six Sigma, Tarek, Noxon. And there's a few others I'm forgetting. But really happy to have you all here, especially after such kind of a rough start to my week. It was good to have a good stream and good to talk to all of you. So, yeah, the VOD for this stream will be going up on Friday if any of you want to relive the memories. And next stream will probably be next Wednesday, unless I feel particularly inspired. We might do a spare one over the weekend. Until then, though, thank you all so much, and I will see you guys next time. You're all wonderful human beings. Yeah, my chat's pretty great. Later, guys.